Yeah, how y'all doing today, my little sugar cakes? We're back at it again with another video, and as you guys can see from the title, we're doing something different today. You feel me? We're ranking the top 5 best mythic guns in Call of Duty Mobile. You feel me? A lot of points going to be added. We're going to see which guns that are worth buying. You feel me? Are they good? Do they like are they really that good in the game, or is it just like hype? But yeah, it should be very interesting video. You feel me? I hope you guys enjoyed it. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? Next video, hopefully, will be a scrim video. Really good scrim video. It's like an intense, crazy game. I'm talking about 250 to 249. You guys will see how it's cooking. You feel me? But yeah, once again, I am doing a mythic giveaway for the Odin in my Discord server. If you guys want to join, you know what I'm saying? I will leave the link in the pin message. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll go over 4 major points in a mythic. How good is it as a mythic? Is the RSI paid to win? Is it worth buying? And how does it feel? I know most of you guys know when you're holding a gun in your hand, you could just feel it. If it feels nice, if it feels ugly, if it feels heavy, light, you feel it. But yeah, let's jump right into it and let's get to ranking. Okay, for number 5, we have the Mythic Tab 19. I know, which is kind of a shocker because I know a lot of people love this gun, and I still think some people still use this gun. But with the recent updates, for example, the XM4 being adjusted and being buffed, the Odin, getting released into the game again, and the USS9. We all know how broken the USS9 is. So this gun has fallen off a lot. So in my opinion, I really do think that this gun is, number 5. Overall, the mythic is really good. It feels nice in your hand. The iron sight is paid to win. Is it worth buying though in the current meta? I don't really, I wouldn't say it's worth buying, because if you were given the option to, get this gun or get the XM4, I would go for the XM4, like, personally, you feel me? But yeah, overall, I do love the Type 19. It does need a buff to be able to compete again, but for now, it's in my personal top 5 mythic gun in CODM. Let's jump right into the next one. Number 4, we have the Mythic VMP. Does it feel good? Yeah, it does feel good. Is the RSI paid to win? Yes. Although I personally do think the red dot within the iron sight is too big. The iron sight is too wide. Like, it just doesn't feel like the best iron sight in the game, but it's still pretty good. You feel me? It's decent. I give it like a 5 out of 10. Is it worth buying? Personally, I would say no. Once again, it's the same case like the Type 19. There's a lot of better guns, way better guns to use than the, VMP. For example, like, why would you use the VMP when you have a gun like the USS9? The VMP would be good if guns like the USS9, the Odin, didn't exist in the game. But, if this gun gets released again, I don't think it's worth buying. Unless you got the money. If you want, like, just spend money to, like, put in your collection, then yeah, I guess, it's a good skin to keep in your collection. But for me personally, it was given to me by CODM. Shout out to CODM, you feel me? But I personally don't think it's worth buying, and I don't think it's good. I don't think this gun could compete against the current meta. But yeah, this is the VMP. I give it like a personal rating, like a 5.5 out of 10. It's a fun gun to use, not like in the lower lobbies, but in the top 5K lobbies, it's not worth it. Let's jump right into the next one. Okay, now we're actually talking, you feel me? XM4, Mythic XM4. The gun, design, 10 out of 10. How does it feel? I'll probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Is the orange side paid to win? Yes, it is. And I could argue that this orange side is better than the Type 19 by a lot. So the difference between this gun and the Type 19, they're like twins, but imagine like the XM4 is like the better twin. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? So in this case, I would choose the XM4 over the Type 19 any given day. This gun is really good. It's still, able to compete against the USS9 and the Odins. It has more chances of you winning gunfights against those meta guns compared to the Type 19. You know what I'm talking about? So this gun is way better. It's more accurate. It does more damage. It just feels better. It feels faster than a Type 19, and I just like it overall more than a Type 19. You feel me? But yeah, is it worth buying? Yes, it is. In the current meta, this gun is able to still, compete. You are going to be able to do good. You are going to do good in the top 5K lobbies, lower lobbies, whatever you're playing. You are going, to drop a lot of kills with this gun if you know how to use it. If you position yourself well, if you play with this gun, the way it's supposed to be played with, then you should be fine. But yeah, let's jump to the next one and let's see the top 2. Okay, USS9. I know. Some of you guys are gonna argue with me saying, Rebalo, but this gun is the best in the game. Yes and no, because once again, this is an SMG. If you guys don't know, if you use an SMG, you are going to have a lot of hit flinch. If you're getting hit by like heavy guns like LMGs, even like semi-ARs, your screen will shake, your recoil will go up in the sky. That is hit flinch. You feel me? So, although this gun is still the most used gun in the game, super popular, by far, I could agree with you that this gun is the best in the game, but I don't think is number 1 on this list. How does it feel? It feels good. Is the orange side paid to win? Yes, I agree. I could argue that all 3 levels of iron sights with this gun, they're paid to win. Level 3, which the one I'm using right now, is the most paid to win out of, the other 2. But yeah, is it worth buying? Yes, it is. Although I really do think that in the upcoming seasons, like upcoming updates, they will nerf this gun more and more. So let's say if they release the USS9 again in the next like 3-4 months, by then this gun will get nerfed and it will be just like the BP50. Like it's still gonna be usable, but it's not gonna be as good as it was when it got released. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, so far super good. It feels good. I give it like a 10 out of 10. Super easy to use. Like anybody could literally drop a lot of kills with this gun. But yeah, let's see our number 1 gun on this list. And here you have it. The number 1 gun on this list, and by far the best gun in entire Call of Duty Mobile, is the Odin. Is it paid to win? Yes, it is. Is the orange side good? Yes, it is. How does it feel? It feels amazing. I give this gun like 100 out of 10. And if you guys do watch my streams, I do sometimes say it in my videos that the Odin is by far the best gun in the entire game, and it's super easy to use. I mean, it's not easy to use because, it's one of those tab guns, that you need a lot of accuracy with. So you do need to have good aim, good accuracy, good positioning with this gun to be able to, use it to its full potential. But yeah, this gun is way better than USS9. More versatile. You could use it at any range. You could make it like a fast gun. Cook people close range, mid-range, long range. It doesn't even matter. The Odin is the best gun in the game, and that's why a lot of people wanted it. So that's why CODM decided to, release it again. And then, a lot of people are going to buy this gun, and then they will use it in rank. Because, this gun, like I said, is super, super, super good. But yeah, that will be it for the list. I hope you guys enjoyed. And, yeah, I will catch you guys in my live streams, and soon in the video. But yeah, you guys have a good day, and yeah, bless out. Bless up.